What's up, everybody? It's your man Lukie, and I have the great pleasure on this 4th of July week / weekend / whenever the heck you see this video to break down one of the great Bay Area golf courses, an institution of the Bay Area, Poppy Ridge, which has 3 golf courses. Now, my favorite course is Merlot, so it gets the talking video where I talk in front of it because it's my personal favorite. Why do I say it's an institution? It, to me, may not be the very best golf course in the Bay Area, but it offers a great variety of challenges, shot shapes, shot selections, and conditions that many other Bay Area golf courses don't have. The positives are the design of holes, many of which are very much select a point in the fairway, and you're greatly rewarded with actually a longer drive than you probably would have expected, because many of the holes have harsh downhill speed slots where you get a lot of extra roll. The cons for me are the greens, at least when I played them, were extremely slow. I understand that with the winds and that it's a hot area, that these greens could basically get out of control, and you don't want, for a daily fee golf course, you don't want basically Shinnecock Hills from the US Open and people just like leaving very frustrated. That being said, it definitely felt a little bit slower than I was used to, and that was a little confusing for me, but maybe that's good for you. Maybe you don't mind that. Another thing to take in mind when playing Poppy Ridge is the fact that there is absolutely no shade. This is one of the golf courses, especially if you play Twilight for their great NCGA deal, you need a golf cart almost exclusively. You can try to walk it, but this course screams heat stroke if you go 18 holes and you're not doing it in the early mornings. Just my personal opinion, no factual based info in that, but that is just my perception, and I'm a long-time walker. What do you get at this course? Lots of elevation changes, lots of, in many ways, kind of like, I view it a cross between links style and Australian style golf. Very firm conditions. You want to run the ball into a lot of holes. The greens are slow, can repel, but typically the ball stops where you hit it. The greens are fairly good, but what is nice about it is the course. There's 3 courses, and they each offer a variety of different shots. I didn't lose a golf ball when I played on this day, which is awesome. I'd say take between 7 to 10 golf balls, fairly mellow, not anything. You're going to have to hit a lot of unforced errors to lose a lot of golf balls at this golf course. You can actually find golf balls if you hit your ball into the wrong areas. So, that being said, that's what it is. The price point ranges from anywhere from $45-ish if you're an NCGA member, all the way to around $100, $125 if you're not. I think it could be even a little more than that. Really, really good course. This is a great course to spend time with a family member, to go out, bond. It really is a quality course, and it's great to have this type of design in the Bay Area, even though I don't really visit it that often because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere by Livermore. And for a lot of people, it gets outshined by Wente, which is a more luxury golf course, which I've never played. So maybe one day down the road I'll review that. But Poppy Ridge, it's a course that I always go to when I have gone, the 3 times I've gone, and I have a ton of fun. So if you like golf, if you like challenges, if you like the conditions, here it is. This is the dramatically better filmed vlog at Poppy Ridge Merlot. My favorite of the courses, the first hole, just a long par 4, bunkers all throughout the fairway, and then bunkers are everywhere you can miss it greenside. I somehow didn't end up in a bunker. There's a bunker below and above, but I had this downhill chip, which is really kind of tricky because didn't really know how the ground would react or the greens. But I was actually really happy with how this played out because I left myself an uphill putt. You can kind of see that reaction. And this is Poppy Ridge. Just a lot of wind and a lot of bunkers and just space. So the wind affects a lot of the ball flight, and it's just different. One of the hardest par threes, in my opinion, for left right here pulled it. It's just a short club pitching wedge 9-iron in, but it's always so hard to take on the challenge because there's a bunker in the front and a bunker in the back and an elevated green.
Come back, come back.
Went over with that chip, and then this was just a mental hurdle. It's a downhill putt. Wind was in my face. Thought I could hit it a lot harder than I did. I think that was the line. I think I just hit it through the line. Then I got hard on myself and thought that I had mentally given up, and I actually stayed focused and made the putt. Focus is really hard in golf. That's something I'm learning. This is another one of the holes, the third. It's actually a pretty cool hole. I birdied it the last time I played here. It's a shorter par 4. And once you get out, you're going to have probably about 100 yards with a good drive. Bunkers are up the right-hand side. You can kind of see some of that. And then this is what you have going in, a slight elevated green. I missed my approach shot, which sucks because it wasn't that good of a shot, but I did hit the green in regulation. Just a little off. Here's some horses now that you can see. But that was cool. The fourth is one of the more rememberable holes because you can actually cut the corner if you chose to do that, which I didn't, probably mostly based on alignment, which I'm going to work on next time I go out. I know I always say that, but I'm going to try that next time. And this is what I recommend most people do. I got away from it, but just hitting these kind of elevated chips into these greens, I probably would have hit a lot more greens if I did that. And just misread that one. Breaks out to the right. Everything kind of goes from Merlot, goes down the canyon. It's kind of like my gut feeling. But I made that, and that felt really good to make that par. I didn't film this hole well, but this is the signature hole to me. It's a par 5 where if you hit past the fairway, you're just on an extreme downslope. I hit the 4 right, but then this was crazy. I should have almost been out of bounds. Must have ran down the hill and ended up on that downslope. Then didn't film my shot, but it's okay. It was a knuckly 4-iron that left me about 85 yards on that side hill. Caught it thin like a stud and got to break out the 60-degree wedge. This is a wild hole for me. So I hit this shot, and I was about, I think about 2 feet from hitting a really good shot. On fast greens, that would have been the perfect shot. Just wasn't quite it, but if it had landed on the green, it would have been there. And then I made it. So that is called a par. That was wild. So this is probably the hardest fairway to hit, I would say, on the Merlot side. Just really, really narrow and tight. It was a really rewarding feeling to not be in a bunker and to be there. But then, for some reason, I wanted to fly everything in. I think the trick to this course is really to run a lot of shots in, albeit my approach shots are not very good right now. So here we are, greenside bunker. I didn't make that, and here's Audra Kepler with the commentary live.
Course of Merlot, POPPYRIDGE. Go a little bit, go a little bit. He's got a lot of meat on that bone.
Pretty deflating. Back to Audra Kepler. Greenside view. So that's not a great bogey, but it happens. Then I'm really trying to improve my drives. I'm just trying to get myself, as funny as it sounds, about 240 and onward so I can at least have a chance at approach. Missed outright, but got a great kick into the fairway. Still had about a $175 into this hole, maybe about a $180. And I really caught this. I really caught that well. Like, that was super good. That was money. And then this was just really misread. This is a uphill par 4 that's fairly tricky, and I'm going to make it look like it's just like a normal regular hole. This hole is pretty darn hard, and it's really set up by your tee shot. You have to be very accurate off the tee to give yourself a chance at approach. And then I got so lucky. I missed that on the low side. So things were pretty awesome on this round. Noticing I'm not taking a divot. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I'm definitely going to work on trying to take my typical big divot. put that out there pretty good to about 10 feet, I would say. And that's a good feeling on a par 3, well protected. Just had a 9-iron in. And couldn't get the mid-range putts to drop. Kind of pulled it a little bit, but just didn't go for you, boy. And now let's go back to Audrey Kepler live on the course.
Merlot. Just a little right, but it's not gonna hurt
And
you.
as you can hear from our live correspondence, I did miss out to the right, but I did catch it pretty good. It wasn't super out to the right, so I didn't go down the creek. And this is unfortunate. So I filmed the shot that would have been whatever to film or not film. I hit this shot, and then I hit the craziest draw into this pin location with a 7-iron that was to about basically 6 feet. And a bunch of people aren't going to believe it happened. It totally happened. I just didn't really pay attention to my filming as well on this one. And par. Thank you for watching this vlog. I appreciate anyone who contributes or subscribes or even likes a video. This is a passion project, and I'm just trying to do the best I can.